Hello everyone, this is Roy from WECON Company. Today I'm going to make a video to show you what is WECON IIoT products VBox. This video is mainly about the product training or product introduction. But before we continue to this video, I know now the world is suffering from the COVID-19, and many of you guys maybe now stay at home and your city may be locked down, and I truly hope that this COVID-19 can be passed really soon, and I hope that you and your family and your loved ones can be great, and everything will be back to normal really soon. Now let's back here. In today's video of introducing VBox, it mainly contains 7 parts. First, my company introduction. Second, structure of VBox. Third, concept of VBox and VNet. Fourth, catalog introduction. Number 5, functions introduction. This is really important part. Number 6, the product specification introduction. Different series of products have different functions. They have some little differences. We will introduce. The last is about some industries now have been using VBox and VNet. Now the first part, WECON Company introduction. I just make a very brief introduction. My company website is wecon.com.cn/en. My company was founded at 2009. We are located in Southwell Park, Fuzhou, China. My R&D center is about 1,200 square meters, and currently is over these 84 numbers. R&D engineer now is over 100. My company majorly on HMI, PLC, IPC, IIoT, BFD, and several controllers. WECON has 40 domestic offices in major industrial cities of China, and more than 50 foreign distributors. And our business is covering the major industrial countries located in Asia, Europe, America, Australia, Africa, etc. This is the reception of our company, and the 5th floor, not all, the number 5, 5th floor is my company. Now let's move to VBox structure. VBox is a hardware, but VNet is a PC-based browser software, and the VNet is based on BS architecture. The VNet user interface is implemented through the browser, and it has very few transaction logic is working on the front end of the browser, and the main transaction logic is implemented on the server. And VNet is using the cloud server. VNet totally has 8 cloud servers, which are web publishing server, MQTT server, MySQL, Redis, MongoDB, RabbitMQ, and 2 public network IP. And current server configuration could support accessing up to 100,000 units of VBox. And what's more, because of the cloud server is quite flexible, and it has very good scalability. And VBox is quite interactive. Customers can monitor production data and production process just using a computer or web. Now let's talk about the concept of VBox or VNet. You can take a look at this picture. This picture is about the brief introduction about how VBox work. And as you may know, WECON starting business is HMI, and currently almost all protocols that our HMI supported has been supporting on VBox, such as PLC, HMI inverter, and other protocols, over 200. And those devices installed on some workshop, factory buildings, and all other industrial automation environments that VBox get the data from them, upload to the cloud by 2G, 4G, Wi-Fi, Ethernet ways. And the management team or the engineers can make a man control room to show everything data on the VNet. And it's not only this, you can do more and more, such as like PLC remote download. So the problem, some people will face some problem like the machine stopped running or something was wrong on the machine. They want to re-download the PLC project. So, but if go to sites, it will take a lot. It will take a lot of time. It will use a lot of money. Maybe so. In this way, remote download the PLC project is become so convenient. So people can edit their PLC project on their PC, and they use the VBox as a media to remote download to PLC by go to the VNet and then go to the PLC. And as well as you can do some remote debugging. And what's more, some people say they want their data to be saved in another place, or they want to use those data on some other applications, or they have some software like SCADA, like MES system or ERP system, operating system. Even they have their private cloud, they have their public cloud. So all this can be supported by redirect the data from VNet to outside. The ways can be MQTT, HTTP, and OPC, something like that. So now let's go to the introduction of our VBox catalog. We call it WECON IIoT Products and Solutions Catalog. Let's take a look at this. What WECON IIoT can do. So, as we talked before, VBox support remote download PLC project. So to some machine makers, this is really, really important. If your machine makers are sold all over the countries and globally, the remote after-sales service and management will be realized in this era. As long as your machine have supplied with the VBox, it can be remote debugged, configured, and managed on VNet after simple configuration. VNet provide a convenient, cost-effective cluster management solution for your machines. Second, maybe you are industrial IoT platform operator. If your platform provides a perfect dedicated IoT solution for all kinds of industries, such as special equipment safety industry, intelligent agriculture, tower cranes, smart parking, etc. We have faced a lot of people or a lot of companies that in China now actually over 1,000 IoT companies in China. They have some dedicated IoT solution for their own industries. They have very good design of their products, of their software, but they have some difficulties on like how to assess. They don't have how to assess the hardware and the data to their software, because on many kind of environment they are facing the problem like they don't have device, they don't have protocol to get the data from some machine or devices. That's why so they are facing a lot of challenges in solving the last 1 mile access difficulties, facing a variety of PLC brands and user devices. How to get their data becomes the most difficult things. But WECON Cloud Mode can easily solve the device access problems. For this cloud mode of VBox, we will make another video in another time to introduce how this cloud mode will working. If you are a system integrator, you want to provide a automation solution for or implement MES system for your clients, such as installing a robot arm for a puncher. In order to improve automation efficiency, it is necessary to solve the linkage work between the robot and the punch. At this time, you need to solve the following problems: machine-to-machine talk. Machine-to-machine talk. This is quite interesting at this moment. Machine-to-system talk. This problem can be solved by configuring VBox in the Lua script. It can be done directly without any platform to complete data transfer. So now let's move to the third page and fourth page of the catalog. VBox can help developing various industrial IoT applications on users' demands. And it is lightweight and programmable industrial IoT platform. It has quick connection, system-friendly, visual programming, and let's go down here. The VNet support automatic monitoring, remote debugging, and support HTTP OPC to connect to some MES, ERP, SCADA system or some other third-party IoT platform. And here is about the VNet system functions. Here I just make brief introduction, but to the next part I will make some VNet or VBox functions in more detailed way to tell you how it works. First one is about WebSCADA. Monitoring worldwide VBox data linked to your account on WebSCADA has many gallery and very flexible on design and easy to learn. Just in this week, we have new update the WebSCADA. Map monitoring. VBox support map function now has for international users, they can use Google Map. And it is remote monitoring the equipment all over the world. By the way, above here, monitoring worldwide VBox data linked to your account. And now, one account has no limit about how many VBox to be added. Okay. Remote monitoring the equipment all over the world. Remote viewing the real-time data and alarm records. Remote changing parameters, and remote run and stop operation. And go to edge computing. Configure the edge computing parameters on VNet. This will lead VBox to be not only about data collection and data monitoring, but also data arithmetic and data function calculation. VBox communication. VBox has many protocols, and VBox acquire data crossly from multiple VBox. The data from different devices can be integrated in one screen on on WebSCADA for real-time monitoring. What does it mean? It means that for your VNet account, you could have maybe like 10 VBox. But each VBox connect to different PLC or different devices, and each different devices have some data. And then for you to make WebSCADA interface just like an HMI, and you could get data A from VBox, data 1 from VBox A, and data 1 from VBox B, data 1 from VBox C. So you could pick the data by yourself and combine them to become a web SCADA screen. And in that case, you could check and monitoring by using a big screen. You can make a central control room to check the data, to check the real-time data. For another, go to alarm remind. Obtain the timely device message through email, WeChat, VBox app, and even now we support the short message function. This can be applied by VBox S4G model. And PLC supported. We support many PLC as we said before. And what's more, the third-party interface access. From here, we have been talking about that. For VNet system, we have some advantages such as open, flexible, general, and security. So now let's move to the most important part of this video, VNet functions. In the beginning, it's about getting started a VBox and find a PLC to your VBox. And the functions, some functions are as below, like remote control, remote monitoring by PC and mobile phone, and account management. You could have you are the owner of the VBox, you are the owner of your VBox account, but besides of this, you can open the account by yourself and to authorize the functions, authorize different authority to the accounts which created by you. We will see the video. And remote download and remote debugging, edge calculation and MQTT, OPC, HTTP, address mapping, web SCADA, alarm notify. Alarm notify have many kinds of ways. Now we support email, VBox app, WeChat, Line, and short message. Short message only can be applied on S4G model, and some other not mentioned, but we still have. After getting started the VBox and bind the PLC to the VBox, now we move to remote control and remote monitoring by PC and mobile phone. So let's take a video. It has two inverter. One is WECON inverter, one is another brand inverter. We use VBox to make web SCADA. Here's PC. The other one there up there is mobile phone. We're trying to modify the data, modify the speed. Or to make it stop. Acceleration, deceleration now. Another inverter. Let's make it stop. It worked. Controlled by mobile phone. We can input input 35 and now make it acceleration. Okay. From here we're talking about how to get started of VBox. It mainly have 4 parts: get machine ID, network configuration, network test, and add to the account. VBox, how to connect VBox to PC? You could have two ways: micro USB, using the micro USB port for configuration, connect your VBox to PC by USB cable, or Ethernet way. You need to make sure your VBox and your PC they're in the same LAN. The two ways: USB download. You can connect by your USB cable to the PC. Your PC will find your machine code. Another way is local network. It is same. Network configuration. It has three ways: Ethernet, Wi-Fi, 2G or 4G. There are some ways here in native Ethernet. You can use either dynamic or static. Ethernet. Ethernet port is the default configuration of VBox. There are two models of Ethernet connection: dynamic and static. Wi-Fi is the default function of the S-series VBox. For users, they only enter Wi-Fi name and password. Wi-Fi name and password, and select dynamic or static mode according to real situation. (4G), you here have to click enable 4G. 4G is available on S4G models. It requires 4G SIM card. Usually default APN could work. If 4G connection has problem, please contact SIM card service provider for APN and fill it in the software. For configuration setting, it is important that the VBox connects service with. You can select the ways about uploading, how to upload the data, and set password. The default password is 6888888868. So let's get started. Config network. I'll use Ethernet, use dynamic IP. Password is 68. Download the configuration. Success download. Second, detection the network. Get machine code. Get the machine code. Copy the machine code to bind the VBox to your account. Add VBox. Okay, now the VBox has detected the network. Here shows. And get the machine code. You will get machine code here. Make a copy and go to the software. Before, you have to register a VBox account. Register the account from here and log in your account. Okay, here you click new, add a new VBox. Paste the serial number you get it. Put the password, which is default to be 68. Put the name. Okay, now VBox bind to our account. You can see now it's online. Okay, now let's go to see another video. Your connection with WECON PLC. Com definition, VBox configuration, and new tech communication test. This is the VBox Com Definition. PLC Com Definition. Those need to be very clear. Go to the configuration, communication, add a PLC, add a new port. Select the device. As you can see here, we support many devices. I have to go to find WECON because now we are using WECON PLC. Select the model and connection way now is RS485. Check the baud rate stop bit and check bit etc. Add a new tag. So here you can put the name. Select the address that you want to be used on this tag. Real-time tag added. We use WECON PLC editor to monitor adjust D0. Here we input a value 100. Okay, now here to be 100. So now your PLC is connected and the real-time data has been added. The second function, now we go to account management. It is not only you have an account of VBox, but also you can create an account for yourself, for your engineers, for another operators. We go to here. View account management. We can add a new account. Username, password. It just created by yourself. Now content has been added successfully. You can change the password as you wish. Now we can see here we support real-time monitoring points, historical alarm. Those can be added. So firstly, we need to assign some monitoring points into this account 10. You could select the permission like read only or read and write. Now here we add 3. So we log out to the account 10. Account 10, the password you create by yourself. Log in. On this interface, okay, here you need to assign again. Remember to assign again, so that those monitoring points can be added. So you see here the account 10 have 3 monitoring points, which is given or authorized by the main account. Now still have 2. You can add another 2 with different permission. So now log in with account 10. So here now still only 3. We can add the rest 2, which we did on the last operation. So now let's go to another function. WECON V BOX Remote Download. This is very good for some machine makers or some work which is very far away and find on site has some problem and you need to make a modify of the PLC program, or you just want to debug PLC. So currently VBox support two ways of remote download. First is about serial port. The second is about Ethernet port remote download. But another one which is coming really fast is under perfection is VPN pass-through. VPN pass-through is kind of like you make a VPN by VBox, and all the devices in this VPN can be remote debugging, can be remote download. Like HMI PLC, they can do by VPN. It's more powerful, it's more stronger. So let's back to here. The remote download function by serial port support WECON PLC, LSIs, Omron, Panasonic, Mitsubishi, Delta, Siemens, Fatec. Ethernet way support LSIs, Omron, Mitsubishi, Siemens, and Fatec. So now let's go to see how to use the remote download function on VBox. First, you need to open VBox PC software and check here remote download. Now it's COM3, but now it's just temporary COM3. We can make setting from here and set a virtual serial port. You can make a COM5. After that, from this place you can set COM5. See, now it's become COM5, and this is just making virtual connection to be ready of VBox and PLC. And here you need to check the PLC that you want to remote download, check the PLC model, driver, and register communication way. Okay, now if you confirm everything, confirm, just press pass through. Now the VBox and PLC connection of remote download is ready. Open the PLC software. If there's no project, you can, or you want to change a project, you can open a PLC project designed by yourself and use the transfer setup. Select the virtual COM port. Make sure to be correct. Connection test is okay. And try to write to PLC for the program. You can program and parameter. Now it's starting execution. Okay, now write a new project to PLC has been success. It's just easy like this way. And for some other PLC, maybe they are not transfer setup. They have another place that you can find by yourself. Here is the video is continuing. Maybe make change on the current PLC project and then try to download again. Something similar. You make change on PLC later and later download again. For VNet edge calculation and MQTT, they are all starting from this place. And you can see here, you can import, export the script, you can synchronize, you can delete, you can add new, and here you can enter the name and execution way. It could be initialization, timing, execute if disconnected, execute if connected. So let's take a look of a sample of using. Some customer talk to us that they want to redirect their data into some other platform, which the data saves in on VNet. So here's the one way that we can do by MQTT way. For this platform, it's a cloud MQTT platform. It is free and people can use it. You can register by yourself, and after I register it, I can get a server user password information, and then we have a sample code to provide to you how to use MQTT, how to use MQTT function to connect to another platform. So here, the server information, the username, password information. So I try to get the word address, which here tag 59. And on this tag 59, I try to input the value of 50K, 50,000. And on the edge calculation here, I click on to start it. And then all the data on the VNet 50,000 can be redirected to this cloud MQTT platform. It's just that easy, and let's take a look at a video which our customer made. This customer is using another party software, which is Ubidot. He's using this MQTT way to redirect the data to this Ubidot. So the data coming from VBox can be easily added to another platform which you like, and you can make a better way of looking. This is MQTT use. Another on this edge calculation, you can do some operation like the data from one PLC to make it to another PLC, which it could be make the machine-to-machine talk. For example, this VBox connect to two devices, COM1 to one PLC, COM2 to another PLC. COM1 is WECON PLC 3P, COM2 is Modbus RTU. You will put 66. I want to make this here we put 66, that I can make on VBox that here is 66. Make this COM1 to be same like here. How to do? I use edge calculation. We use bmove instruction. For the address, bmove, insert the word address that you want to move. Now go to COM2, register, and then save it. Let's go to check, synchronize. So now 2 are 60, I make 77. Another one becomes 77. So this can be made for kind of machine-to-machine talk. So regarding OPC, we have a OPC tool, which it is support OPC Classic, that you can connect your OPC client where to get the data from VNet. Another is about HTTP. VBox have HTTP API that makes you can get the data from the VNet by HTTP way. So many IT programmer, they know how to use about this. We can provide API to you. And next, we go to address mapping. What is address mapping? For example, it is kind of like machine-to-machine talk. And if one machine from location A want to get another machine data, how it can make it? Now, this will use the cloud. This will use the mapping function. Let's take a look. For example, here is a monitoring points. On the bottom here has mapping. You can select the different VBox, and you can select the ID and put it OK, and it will assign the monitoring points from one to another. So let's take about this video. This is a project that mapping data from WECON Cloud Server. On the bottom here is one VBox connect to WECON PLC, and here's about another one. WECON VBox connect to Siemens PLC, and it is over 100 kilometers. Actually, it doesn't matter how many kilometers it is, because the data from this PLC upload to here and mapping to S71200. Let's take a look. Take a look at the speed. Turn on, turn off. Here's off. The speed is quite fast, within 2 seconds. Now let's go to WebSCADA function. WebSCADA function is here. Okay. By the way, VBox support map function. You can put the point. You can check the place as you want. Check the coordinator to put the place of the VBox located. So if the VBox is online, it will green. If it's an alarm, it will be red, and it's jumping. Let's go to the WebSCADA. Those are some sample project the WebSCADA we made. This is a water treatment station. I off the motor of one district. I off another one. I off the third one. Open it. And I close the water out switch. Water out switch. Close it. On it. And it could monitoring the a lot of kind of data, and it support many ways, many graphic bars and chains. And this is just like the car. and some nice pictures made by our customers. Auto performance checking and measurement system. This may be a product line. Smart factory. This is water gate. Remote control. Water gate as well, and water treatment plant. This is what vBox connect to some power meters, especially on some factories. They are making the energy monitoring energy monitoring system. Alarm can be read. Okay. Now let's move to another function, vBox alarm notify function. Currently we support some ways like email, like vBox app, like WeChat, Line, SMS. Email function can be applied to every model of vBox, every series. The email function is on the VNet can select, and vBox app is the same. Everybody can download the app freely. Both iOS and Android can be supported. WeChat mainly for Chinese customers. The Chinese customers, they use WeChat. Everyone they will use WeChat. So they just follow our WECON WeChat official account and bind their vBox account to WeChat. And then if there is an alarm, there will be a notification to your WeChat message. You will have pop-up window to notify you, and inside you can manage to have the alarm message. And Line app, our Thailand customer, they made vBox to send alarm to Line. And SMS short message, this only supported by S4G models, and the short message cost is not on WECON side. It's based on the SIM card you put inside, and it will charge by your local telecommunication company. But first, let's take a look about the email, how to make a setup of email. Here is a button, email. We make SMTP setting. Input your email, put the sender name, sender password, make sure the password is correct, and hit an SMTP. For Hotmail SMTP, you can check on your Hotmail account. Firstly, you need to enable POP and IMAP, and check the IMAP SMTP setting of here, and copy each of them. And save it. And we can enter an email to test it. Okay, so now the Gmail is receiving a test mail. So in this case, but at the same time, if you use the email function, here the sending setting, you need to add the monitoring tag you want to edit, and put the recipient to select the you can put the people who going to receive this email, and put the template and save setting. After you're doing this, if there's the data you're monitoring, there's alarm, you will send alarm email to your receiver. Before I make introduction about the VBox different series specification, I want to make a short introduction of the cloud mode VBox. This one has not been officially sold to international market, and this one has already started in China. And the key idea of the cloud mode is here. It is not going to use VBox, VNet, or not going to use our cloud anymore. It's use the third-party platform, third-party cloud or server. So, for example, a security system IoT company, they have developed a special IoT platform for security. They have their own software, they have their own cloud server, but to them they have problems when they have problems facing the hardware, and have problem of how to connect to some devices by like PLC or other power meters or some other transmitters. They don't have those protocols, but to develop a protocol, this will take a quite long time, as we did over 10 years, and so they are likely to find a company like us that we support many kind of protocols, and our device can be easily accessed to their platform. So in this way, which comes to this cloud mode. So basically, VBox connect to PLC like the normal way. The protocol can be supported, and use the VNet cloud mode VNet to write the configuration by the Lua script. According to the MQTT structure, and you download this Lua script to the VBox, and then this VBox start running, and by MQTT structure you are going to upload the data to the platform by some instructions. This is the meaning of the cloud mode. So now let's continue to tell the specification of each series of VBox. Currently, VBox have 3 series: S series, E series, H series. Now, on international market or foreign trade sales department, we only sell S series and E series. H series is just starting in China. Will be soon to sell internationally. And the main differences about those different series are, one is about network connecting way. For S series, support 4G, Wi-Fi, Ethernet. E series support 2G, 4G, Ethernet, not including Wi-Fi. H series same to S series, and for both S series and E series, they are not support I/O ports, but H series will be supporting 2 inputs with optocouplers isolation and 2 relay output, 2 input to output. This is the main difference. And in each series, different model can have some different supported functions, or especially for the monitoring points, it has some limitation and historic data storage days. For example, S series here have some models. The real-time monitoring points are 300, 500, 600, 500, which is different according to the models. And the historical data storage days, 90 days, 180 days, they're different. And alarm data, historical monitoring points, alarm monitoring points, they are all different. Same as E-series. E-series is economical series. The tags supported are less because WECON Cloud is all free. WECON Cloud is free, so we are making some limitation about tags and data storage days. But some people asking me why. I can say this is one to make our customer to have a better way of using. That they can export the data by Excel, or they can they have a server of the company. They can export the data like OPC way, like HTTP ways, like Lua script and FTP way. All those can be done easily and can save locally. So you don't need to save on the cloud. You don't need to save on the cloud all the time. And what's more, about the pass-through function. Pass-through function is what we talk about the remote download function. Remote download function, they are all supported, except this E to G. And VPN pass-through, some model are supported, some model not supported. This is going to come in really soon. And one important, edge computing. S-series all supported, but E-series, only E4G can be supported. For H-series, they have some other differences you can check very carefully by yourself when you checking this catalog. And the size information were here. Now let's take a look about the PLC protocols or some device protocols that VBox supported. As we said before, WECON VBox is similar to HMI. Almost all the HMI protocols supported can be used the same on VBox. And firstly here we support Modbus and Siemens PLC, Allen Bradley, iTech, Vatek, Schneider, Policies, Mitsubishi, Amazon, Omron, Keyence, Delta, and this is Panasonic, Koyu, LG, which is LSIS, and WECON. Those are for serial port, and to the Ethernet port with Modbus, TCP, Vatek, Schneider, Siemens, Mitsubishi, Allen Bradley, LSIS, Omron, Keyence. Now let's take a look about some applications now using VBox. This is our company VBox show account. It tells about some project we did and we make some sample on here. And firstly, let's take a look about this smart farm. This is a smart farm that mainly used for the remote control function. You can control the water valve like this way. You can close it, you can open it. But and here has some it has some pressure meter. And here can show some dashboard about the pressure of each one, and you can make some chain, some graphic like this. And another, if you want to check uh, some data like the how many water have been used, here you can put the water meter, and it can communicate to our VBox if it's Modbus. Let's take a look at another one. This one is about the water supply on maybe like apartment or condominium, and it has 3 pumps. It is still mainly for the remote control and check the water pressure. Now it's off. We can on. It is about remote control. Let's take another one. And this one is about a water treatment plant that we have been worked, and it had for a city has where we installed in 3 plants in different districts. They have water in, water out. This is water out valve. We turn off. Here's all off. Water in valve. We turn off. Here all off. And those values are stopped. And let's turn on. For this here, it tells about the pump status. And here tells about the each water treatment station. How about the pump 1, pump 2, and pump 3, and how many water have been stored in a place. And here is the dashboard that can show some other parameters of this project. So for this project, is mainly use the remote control and the central monitoring. So for the project or the owner of the VBox, they can make a central control room to check all this status remotely and get the data real time. This is the almost everything about today. And thanks a lot. We hope to see you next time. And I hope everything will be okay after we pass this COVID-19. Okay, see you.